Welcome to Keep It Local, DFW Talks Small Business. Today's guests are Rick Webster, owner of the Verity Group, Ray Foster, sales manager of the Verity Group, and Ashley Evans, business solutions consultant of the Verity Group. My name is Janice Montgomery, Elbow Strauser. My name is Janice Montgomery, Elbow Strauser, and welcome to Keep It Local, DFW Talks. Today, we have all been through an economic climate unlike anything that any of us have ever seen. This pandemic/golden opportunity, and we'll talk about that in a minute, will be or has been a challenge to every small business owner worldwide. So we're looking at what Verity Group has done or is doing currently to rise above this climate. We'll look at the opportunities that they have available, and we'll look at the tips that they have to share in terms of marketing, in terms of sales, in terms of your plan B. Richard, I'm going to start with you. You are a veteran. Let's talk about that for a minute.
Okay. I was a veteran. I'm a veteran of the United States Air Force from the early 70s, so it's been a long time. I would be considered a Vietnam era veteran. However, I am not a combat veteran and never left the continental United States. I was in base supply, so I was an enlisted man in a warehouse moving product from A to B, and I think that helped me be prepared for a business of production and moving product and people.
Okay. I understand. Both my brothers, Richard, were in the Air Force. One's still in, he's a colonel, my baby brother. And my brother Julius was in Vietnam, Thailand, and he doesn't talk about that time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I understand that. Once you got out of the Air Force, you began, of course, looking for Plan B, and you came up with this business. I understand you began this in your garage?
Yeah. 100-year-old dirt floor, one-car garage.
Yeah, good man. Yeah. And what about this made your brain tick? I mean,
well, the main thought was actually I would be very competitive because I would not have overhead. I wouldn't have to pay rent. And what I did, I put in a floor and stuff like that. We modified the one-car garage as we operated our business. So it was an attempt to start the business on a shoestring.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We've all been there, I think, a little bit, somewhat. And any tips now? What did you learn from that? What have you learned? And are still learning?
I learned that to be in business for yourself, you have to be elbows and hands involved. You have to be the worker bee first, and then you hire people later that can help be worker bees behind you. I've consulted with several young men, entrepreneurial thoughts, and for the most part, people seem to feel that I'm going to hire all these people and get them to do the work for me. And I always tell them, you need to do it first. You need to do it first.
I could not say that any better, trust me. Or men and women who are coming out of the Air Force or out of the armed forces, what advice do you have to offer them today, right now?
Right now, it's a very tough environment and a very tough climate. My advice would be the same way that I started business. Try not to borrow money and go into a business. Try to operate on your own and make yourself competitive in a very small way first. Start small and build it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And you're located in Richardson, Texas.
That's right.
Right up the road from Dallas. And you'll see I have the background of Dallas in here. So we are saluting our sister city, Dallas. I'm in Fort Worth, of course. But the Metroplex has more than 2 million small business owners. That's my market. What about you?
Well, it's really the same with us. We really are in what's called the SMB, small medium business market. We are not geared to do, the huge General Motors, Coca-Cola type companies. We try to help small companies in our market in such a way that they can concentrate on what they do, and we can help fill in the background infrastructure.
And that is what I call a collaborative effort.
Yes.
And if more small businesses would collaborate, I think, and this is just me, I believe that there's enough business to go around for everyone, even now.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, small businesses have employees working from home. They are downsized right now. They're looking for ways to save money, and that is our call to action is to help them save money and to be their partner.
That's right, partnership. I love that. I'm going to move on to Ashley. I'll come back to you in just a minute because we haven't finished talking. So don't go away, right?
I'm not going anywhere.
You're a captive audience, right? Ashley, I'm going to move on to you. You are the boots on the ground.
Yes, ma'am.
On the phone, virtually knocking on doors, of course.
In some cases, going in. I mean, everywhere you go is an opportunity.
I could not agree more. And what are you finding out there in terms of your call to actions that you want to incorporate into what you do?
Yeah, absolutely. It's been very different, obviously, with not being able to go in and set up appointments and meet with people in person and really get that face-to-face interaction. Thank goodness for technology like this. But I've taken every opportunity I can, even whenever I'm out on the weekend, going to the shipping mail or when I go to the doctor. Every time that I am stepping foot outside, I'm making sure to connect with the folks that I'm interacting with and asking the questions of, hey, is this something that y'all are having issues with. Is this something that I can talk to you about more? But every opportunity that I get at this point, I am running with it because it's harder than ever to get people to interact and engage about making a business decision. Everyone's afraid. So one thing that we've done that I think has really been our plan B, like you said, is offering the service that we offer you. Small business, an opportunity to have printing and copying and scanning accessible to them in their home or in their office at a very discounted price without having to make a huge investment, and have the option to do it for a few months or to, make a small commitment versus a 5-year investment.
To generate income.
Absolutely.
And on that note, I have a very nice printer in my dining room that I mentioned to you all that I'm using to start a publishing business from my Rick, not the garage. Well, really, it's the garage, but from my dining room.
And that's where a small business person, a smart small business person starts.
So I'm the chief cook, the bottle washer, the dog catcher, the cat catcher, you name it, I do it all. So thank you for that. And I really believe that this is a time that these opportunities are available to all of us if we stop, think, evaluate, and just look around. And Ray, you were the first person I talked with. And you said, well, we have a solution for that. I'm like, what? How do you mean? Because I wanted you to fix my old printer. That's how I found you.
Yep.
And you said, well, we can do this, 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 and this. I said, really? I've never heard of that before. And would you share that opportunity with the audience?
Well, I would say our number one ability is that we are a small business and we are very nimble. We can move quickly to customers' needs. And that's really, if you will, my call to action is to make sure the markets we are attempting to serve understand the value and the strength of a small business to small business relationship. We can make decisions because we have the complete decision tree here. Our CEO, it rests him, and it doesn't have to go any further. We don't have to go upstream to another level, to another corporation, to anybody else, or multiple levels of management approval that often takes place in large companies. That's the strength and the beauty of a small business, is being able to react to the business needs that we are presented with in the most efficient and expedient way.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we have the Verity Group team in front of us. Now, there are a few more people I've met through this process, but you guys are it pretty much, right? Or no?
Well, there are 25, 26 of us in the company. So we have other sales reps. We have service department of several men. We have, administration, IT background, back help. So yeah, well, there's more than just us.
Yes.
Even though we're the ones that really count.
Well, the IT guys I've talked to, and they have been so they've been just engaging in any questions I've had. I've made a phone call and they go, oh yeah, you've got that printer, and well, I'm having this problem, and they'll go online and fix it right then and there within 15 minutes, if that. Really.
Good.
That's what we like to hear.
Give me that in writing.
owner of the Verity Group, Ray Foster, sales manager of the Verity Group, and Ashley Evans, business solutions consultant of the Verity Group. Thank you, audience. Take care, and we'll see you next time.